The other door over here is in just as good a shape as this one here. Like I said, these things were pretty solid when I bought them. They come back from the tank shop pretty clean. So there's no rust here on the bottom of this one either. Regular up close picture of this. Come on. So if you look on the bottom of this one here is all nice and pretty and solid too. There's no rust in this thing neither, buddy. This thing will be all wired, wheeled down, metal prepped, and shower Veriprime and sealed up. The inside of it's just as clean. Well, let's go on into the booth here. Got a few things in here I want to show you.
Yes, we took the bed down to.
Get a pretty good picture in here. Okay, here's the hood to the car that we're going to be using. And all this stuff was taped out of the car. It was stripped down to the bare metal. It's been shot down with Veriprime, metal prep and Veriprime. It had a little ding right here, a little one right here in this middle, and Bob Metal finished it. Got the dings out of it and finished it all down, and we shot it all down with Veriprime. And you can take a look underneath this thing. Pretty good on this side over there. You can see just how clean this is underneath the hood. It's been all cleaned down in a shower Veriprime, and it looks like brand new. Looks nice and pretty, don't it? Believe me, there was nothing on this sheet metal when it was done. There was no paint, primer, no undercoating or anything to this whole car when it was stripped down. It just come back just as nice and stripped as you can strip one. Like I said, I had this done in Evansville, Indiana from Ready Strip Corporation, which we did have one surprise when we got this sheet metal back. This fender here was bought as an NOS inner fender, which stands for New Old Stock. And when we got this thing, we had it stripped down, and we found out that the bottom had been banged in on it pretty good, and they bonded it in the factory, and had a big place up here in the front where they bonded it in the front. And Bob tore all the inside guts out of it. You can see it's just a skin. Right here's the pieces laying. Right here, and that one right there. And he metal finished it. There's no bonding on this fender. This was all beat out, and metal finished down by Bob. He done a beautiful job on it. Sure did turn out nice and pretty. That was the only thing in the sheet metal that when we got it back that we were surprised, because all the sheet metal looked like it was in such good shape, and that fender there surprised us, but it was no problem. Robert took care of it. And here's the trunk lid. We got the underneath the trunk. It's all been stripped down, metal prepped and primered, and this here was an NOS trunk lid, and there was no surprises in that when we got it back. It was just as nice and clean as when we first took it up there. It wasn't nothing underneath the paint, just metal. It turned out nice and pretty. This Veriprime, I'm telling you guys, when you guys do these cars out here and you get them stripped down to the bare metal like this, you want to take your time and look out what's on the market to see what you really want to use to seal up this sheet metal. Because if you're going to put $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 in a car and spend the next 2 years restoring it, you don't want to take a chance at any rust coming back through on the car. And this stuff right here works real great. And it's called Veriprime. You can see where it says Veriprime right here. and it's a self-etching primer. And like I was telling you guys, this is about 120 bucks a gallon, and I'll probably end up using, between all my parts and the whole entire body on my car, I will probably have approximately between 3 and 4 gallon, probably 3.5 to 4 gallon. And this stuff here works really well. Well, come on out here. We got the president of the Delaware Car Club sitting here, and he's giving me this old Ford out here.
Wow.
See, he even thinks it's funny.
Put that on tape.
This second film I got it. We might as well get some pictures of his car since it's here. Boy, Bob, you got this thing shined up now, buddy.
The engine, good. The engine's a little dirty on it, but just got back from Nashville.
You got that bad boy gleaming. Oh yeah. Now this is a 66.
That's 66.
66 Ford convertible. You got her looking nice and pretty. How much of this, Bob, of this chrome have you had rechrome, or you just plain it?
This has been re-anodized, which is what they call that. This has all been re-chromed, the bumper's been re-chromed. And of course what you can see inside there's been re-chromed, other than the bands around the hoses there. I bought them as a kit, and the hose nylon, and that's a kit.
That's a pretty car. Let's see what the inside of it.
I've won 2 firsts this year.
Is that right? Did you buy this? Did you get this from Delaware here?
No, I got this about 4 years ago in Columbus as a piece of shit. You can get that deal open.
That was from Columbus, huh?
I ripped one of my skirts off coming back from Nashville last week.
Telling me that he had this Continental kit made special for this car here. It was made in Pompano Beach, Florida, and he said it's probably the only one in the country on one of these Fords. And that thing sure does stand out, don't it? There's not actually a spear that goes in that, is it?
No, that's fiberglass.
That's just to give it that look, huh?
Yeah. I need to tighten it up a little bit. I've been neglecting it. It should be tightened a little bit, but I haven't fooled with it.
That's a real pretty car.
What you do with these real pretty car right?
Well, I'm getting ready. I'm stripping that old 65 convertible over there, so I'm headed over that way now and take the windshield out. I sold it, as I told you, the interior out of Landon Boy. You know, Jay bought it. Jay,
What size motor's in this now?
that's a 352.
It's got 352 in it.
Big block. That was the first big block Ford came out with, and it was called the Interceptor when they come out with that in about 1963. They put them in the highway patrol cars, you know, and they called them the Interceptor. So, you know, they could catch anything on the road at that time. They had Chevy and all of them outgunned, but not anymore. But that was their big gun when they come out with that Interceptor.
That was the one that chased down all the bandits.
That's the one that chased down all the bandits. And I always figured that's why they nicknamed them the Interceptor, because that's what they called them.
Intercept anybody, that's for sure. Yeah, you didn't have this repainted since you had it, have you?
Yeah, once.
Oh, you had it repainted once? Who painted it for you?
Jack Clark.
Not bad. A pretty color to it, don't it?
Yeah, my wife wanted that candy. That's a 1968 Candy Apple Red. Ford Candy Apple Red. That's what they came out with in 68s on Corvettes and that stuff. Not Corvettes, damn it, T-Birds.
T-Birds. Hey Greg, whatever you do, don't you drop that camera on his car.
That's your son?
That's that boy. This makes, I got 2 hours of color film. I had that thing stripped out in Evansville.
Yeah.
And I went to Kentucky Memorial Weekend. You can go ahead and cut that thing. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this tape. This is the end of part 2. I'll see everybody when I make part 3. See you later. Bye. Turn that light on. Here we are. November the 1st, 1992, 6 months later, we're gonna put these quarter panels on with this board right here. Bob's gonna hold them up there and I'm gonna beat them on there with this. Guarantee that they'll go on there. We're gonna set this board underneath the car. And we're gonna take this floor jack.
My personal opinion, you're
This wasn't it? Okay, last time we did have the body lowered a little bit.
you know,
Okay.
that's enough, you know,